You're watching ChillyBoy Productions. I'm Larry, ChillyBoy Chilson, and we are back live and in person for a new Game of Thrones reaction video. And as always, for these videos, I'm joined by my co-host Tyler. Hey, Tyler.
Hello, I'm actually here. There's not like a screen between us for once, so.
I know, we are here in San Antonio meeting I met two, he met one, of the stars from Game of Thrones, Emilia Clarke and Kit Harington, who are down here at this convention.
Well, to be fair, I have met Kit Harington before, but it was years ago.
Yeah, we have a picture now. We've completed the set of, main heroes of the series, these two. Now we have a picture of us both with Kit Harington and a picture of us both with Emilia. So, you know.
It was an experience this weekend, to say the least. Well, I met Emilia 3 times, technically. Because I got a photo with her solo, yes. Our photo together, and then I got a picture signed by her. I don't know if you wanted to show all of our Game of Thrones stuff we got over the convention or not, but I got a lot of stuff.
Yes, it's been a Game of Thrones heavy convention because usually the artists and the vendors, everybody tries to theme their merch for the weekend for whatever guests are there.
Yeah, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think I found the best Game of Thrones merch of us. At least.
But, of course, Tyler knows I'm a big print whore, basically. So, lots of Daenerys, these two. And then we had one that had both of them with Drogon and Ghost.
Yeah, I like that one.
Hey. And then I have these larger prints that have each of them individually with Ghost. And then Viserion and Rhaegal are in the background over there. But, obviously, just like the show, Drogon front and center, Rhaegal and Viserion, they're still around.
When you first showed it to me, I just thought they weren't on it until I looked closely in the background in the distance.
Yeah, so that was the Game of Thrones prints and such that I got over the course of this convention.
Yeah, well, obviously, we got our photos with Emilia Clarke. I mean, I have ours together because I got a copy of it. But then I also got, you chose to bend the knee. And I was shocked when you bent the knee. I already have a big photo in my background that's signed by Emilia Clarke from a signing, but now that she's actually, I saw her physically in person, I wanted to get one also and talk to her a little bit more. So I got a print signed from Emilia Clarke. I even had her write Dracarys on it, because it's this really cool action-y shot with Drogon. So very exciting, but the best item I personally think, because I knew that you found it hilarious when I showed it to you, is I got the 3 Funko Pop set of the creators of Game of Thrones. So it's George R.R. Martin and D&D all in one little Funko Pop set. Because I had never seen D&D as Funko Pops.
Me either.
So I've seen George. There was George there by himself. Yeah. But then I saw this. And as I saw D&D in this, I was like, well, I need to get D&D with this because it's funnier if I get all 3 of them.
So we're here together. Thought, what better occasion to start off season 8 than our first in-person reaction? So season 7, one of the most up and down seasons, I'd say. If you watched our reactions, there's a lot of really good stuff in there, a lot of really fun moments. And some head scratchers as well.
There was some stuff that I liked initially, and then I thought about it more, and I was like, that actually is not as cool as I thought it was, or not as not interesting, or I guess that's the best way to describe it. It's like not as well thought out as it could have been compared to other seasons with some of the execution of plot threads.
Well, one of those things that you saw him kind of process in real time in our discussion last episode. In the finale for season 7, Littlefinger finally bit the dust. He is gone at the hands of Sansa and Arya Stark. Apparently their fight and their feud that last season was a ruse to get Littlefinger where they wanted him, and then they brought in Bran to kind of be the all-seeing evidence and executed him. So no more Littlefinger. He is no longer a player in the Game of Thrones, because we do know he was vying for that throne, but not today, sir. Not today.
Not anymore. Yeah.
And then the end of last season also saw the revolution of Jon Snow's parentage. We saw who his father was. It is Rhaegar Targaryen. And thanks to Samuel, we also saw that he and Lyanna Stark got married in a secret ceremony. So he's not actually been a bastard all of this time.
So I also am conflicted on him being a Targaryen, because it's like, okay, well, that's cool, I guess, but like what is it going to entail for the future of the show? I mean, for this season, what's the last season? Well, that would mean he would definitely be the one that's in line for the throne. Him and Gendry, I guess.
Yeah. Well, then we also saw quite a lot of Cersei last episode, acting crazy, being delusional as per the usual. So they get this meeting with her. Daenerys comes in on her dragon to make a statement and ask for just a standoff for the moment. A truce until we take care of the whites, and then we'll resume war as planned. At first, Cersei is like, okay, if Jon Snow just says he'll stay out of it and keeps the North out of our war, fine, I'll do that. And he's like, I already bent the knee to Daenerys, sorry.
I don't know why he couldn't just not say that. Why can't Jon just not be truthful? Or not even just the fact not to be truthful, but just like bend the truth, or just omit details from what you're saying.
A little bit. So Cersei's like, okay, then bet. Y'all can go do what you want. I'm not cooperating at all. Bye. And she leaves.
I mean, to be fair, she wasn't going to cooperate anyway.
It's true. Well, then Tyrion decides he's the best to go, and Cersei, fake out kills her first brother in this sequence before apparently deciding that she's going to help, not just stand down. She says she'll help to get them out of her hair. Later in the episode, Jaime is planning his march north to go help, and she's like, bruh, no. You really thought we were gonna help? Not at all.
That's what I'm saying. It was like, okay, well, never mind. Either way.
So they're not helping at all. Cersei just wanted them out of her face so she could send Euron over to get the Golden Company's army and bring them over with elephants and all in her war. And Jaime's like, no, I'm gonna honor my agreement to protect living people against zombie, ice creatures. So I'm gonna head north. And then she threatens to kill her other brother with the mountain before letting him walk out. But Jaime's left Cersei, and he is on his way to go help in the fight against the Whites. And Cersei continues to just be evil.
What else is there?
Just evil. And then finally, the last big thing from last episode was the wall itself. We see that the Whites had made it to the wall. We had Tormund and Beric Dondarrion up there, and in comes undead Viserion and the Night King riding on back. And they lit that wall up with this blue flame, and it just crumbled.
Yeah, I guess it was really great foresight that they just so happened to have thought of ahead of them getting a zombie dragon, and were able to pull it out of the water and then use it to build, destroy the wall. Very, very, very good predictions there.
So this
I don't know how they would have gotten past it otherwise.
Yeah, this big ruse to convince Cersei to help them ended up being what let the White Walkers come beyond the wall. Otherwise, they could never get through. So that's great. Thanks.
It was a very weird plan. I was never a big fan of the plan.
Well, that's kind of where we left off here at the end of season 7. And I guess we've got 2 great wars ahead of us here in season 8. We've got the pending war, it seems, of the Whites and the Night King. And then at some point, we're going to have to deal with old crazy girl Cersei down in King's Landing.
I guess. I mean, she's just been chilling in there since she got the throne by blowing up the Sept.
Yeah. Those wine reserves in King's Landing are deep. I mean, they got wine for years.
Isn't she pregnant?
Well, Yeah, she did. She did reject the wine last episode. That was like Tyrion's first like tipping point to understand she's pregnant. It's for once in her life, she didn't take the wine.
Priorities, I guess.
All right, well, let's cut the chit chat and get into season 8, episode 1, Winterfell.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what the episode was called.
Can you guess where we're going?
If I had one guess.
We're also doing obviously a different setup, so if things sound weird or different in the edit, I'm sorry. It just is what it is. Oh. Like this little addition to the intro here.
Add some new stuff for the final season.
I know. There went up that Lannister lion in the throne room.
Tree just breaks. Just like, whoops. It's a lot of people. Look at them go. There's so many of them.
Yeah.
We just saw them in San Antonio. I guess Arya's not a fan.
Oh, I love this like King's Arrival mixed with Targaryen theme.
It takes some adjusting to see Daenerys on dragon, not on dragon.
Right? And in a coat, this fur white coat.
She's got the stylist.
Yeah.
She's got the stylist for the winter stuff.
Arya seeing Jon for her favorite sibling for the first time in years and years.
Yeah, this family's like always distant.
Oh, he's alive!
He lives.
Arya's like, what the hell?
Like, surprise, bitch! You thought you seen the last of me?
And Gendry Arya.
Oh yeah.
She's just getting hit with reunion after reunion in this march. She ain't seen these folks for years.
Worlds are colliding. The people don't know what to do.
Look at them. They're like, we ain't never seen black folks up here.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, white racists in the north.
Even in Game of Thrones, there's racists. Get over it.
Ooh.
What's up?
Woo! Ooh, Arya is shit.
That's probably how I'd react if I saw dragons flying.
Ooh. Not the dragons giving Daenerys like a little boost of confidence. Like,
Yeah,
that's right, baby.
You got this.
Ooh, Sansa, girl. They're real.
Yeah, and there's two of them. There was a third, but that's a long story.
You're a man. Almost.
Everyone's always just so happy to see Bran, and then he just sits there like a bump on a log and says something weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's just always being weird. It's kind of amusing.
The North is as beautiful as your brother claimed. As are you.
Side-eye.
Is yours, Your Grace.
Okay.
We don't have time
Awkward.
for this. The Night King has your dragon. He's one of them now.
Oh, well, hi, Bran.
The dead march south.
Okay, I see we're not going for subtlety here.
It's a great way to lay it on her that her dragon is now an undead zombie.
Yeah, hey, nice to meet you. The world's ending. Everything's crashing down.
When can we expect your people to arrive?
Your Grace. But you're not, are you?
Ooh.
You left Winterfell a king and came back a... what you are now? A lord? Nothing at all?
Damn.
Not important.
Not important. We named you King in the North.
Well,
Fight alongside us. I had a choice.
Okay, Sansa.
Keep my crown.
I'm very confused by this reaction. Like, why does what beef does Sansa have with Daenerys? Did I miss some? Did I miss an episode?
Soon the Lannister army will ride north to join our cause.
Oh. Well, Tyrion, hold on.
Okay.
You know nobody likes them. And it's also a lie.
Yeah, he's very easily swayed, I guess.
What do dragons eat, anyway?
Whatever they want.
Bloop. Next question.
Okay, we're still doing this like woman battle.
Like, girl, she had it with your attitude. She's like, all right, now it's time to start talking back because this girl's doing too much over here.
I'm confused. Why is Sansa so mad?
Like, also, Sansa, would you like us to leave then? Is that you really want us to go and you can fight the Night King on your own? Is that okay?
Hand of the Queen. Depending on the Queen, I suppose.
Miserable affair.
It had its moments.
Well, I'll give her that one for sure.
We both survived.
Truly was a weird time back when they were married.
Right?
Every right to be fearful of my sister.
Yeah.
One fears a man.
Yeah, but you're the fool.
Army was coming north to fight for you.
She did.
Even Sansa's like, that's stupid. Like, that's what I'm saying. No, she doesn't.
To survive.
Tyrion, why?
I used to think you were the cleverest man alive.
Me too.
Okay, now Sansa's spitting facts.
I'm so confused. What happened? It's like
She's like, what is wrong with you, boy?
the last like season and a half, Tyrion's like ate like a bunch of stupid pills.
What? Why are you staring at him, Bern?
How did you survive a knife through the heart?
I didn't.
Funny story. Got resurrected.
You know that red woman you met back in the day that you hated? She kind of brought me back. Oh, yay!
A lot of reunions.
The Stark reunion we needed.
You still have it.
That's right. Just kept needle.
Have you ever used it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. Little did John know she became like a freaking assassin in the interim. All right, we're just doing a measuring contest, I guess.
Sansa thinks she's smarter than everyone.
She's the smartest person I've ever met.
Really? Like,
I'm telling our family.
I mean, I don't hate Sansa that much, but I mean, really?
What is she defending your family from, though? Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels like very weird that like out of nowhere, Sansa just like hates Daenerys. It just feels very like
Before
I said.
meeting her.
I just feel like I missed an episode. Like there was like something in that I missed that would trigger some sort of response like that. Oh great, here comes this weirdo again.
The dead have broken through the wall.
Why are you smiling?
Oh, she's happy. Seriously. Oh, hey Yara. It's been a while.
Well, at least she's still alive, I guess.
But we're family.
Family.
Great joys left in the world. It gets lonely at sea.
They're mutes because you cut out their tongues. So, whose fault is that?
Yeah, it's kind of a conundrum.
You picked the losing side.
Bloop.
And elephants.
No elephants, Your Grace.
Damn, no elephants.
That's disappointing. The Golden Company had elephants.
Oh,
Oh.
not too close now.
Wars sometimes last years.
You're like, I don't got time for that.
I won. You want a queen? Earn her.
My heart is nearly broken.
Okay, Yara.
You're honest too annoying.
Well, that was a quick turnaround, Cersei. Changed your mind pretty instantly. Cool.
Seems like everybody's kind of just flipping around.
Of 1,000 Lannister men.
Stop talking about the fucking dragons now.
Oh. Qyburn will surely kill Luke.
Poor girl. The pox will take her within the year.
Jesus.
Which girl?
The Queen's brothers made promises to you and broke them.
If it's a dragon queen she's after.
She has other plans for the Targaryen girl.
Was he gonna kill her brother? I'm trying to think who else is out there.
Oh.
Oh, so yeah.
When the Citadel expelled me, I thought I would die poor and alone.
Okay then. Sounds like a good way to write him away from anything involving Cersei. Since the actors don't get along.
Not Cersei giving him the bow that Tyrion killed their dad with.
I wanted those elephants.
Why does she care about these elephants so badly? Who cares?
Are you offended?
I'm disgusted.
And the Kingslayer?
Oh.
Oh,
She said not too much now.
if only Bobby B was still around.
Oh, God. Cersei.
I'm gonna puke.
What are you doing? Not Cersei getting ideas.
I hate all of this. All of that was horrible.
Horrible. What have you done, Cersei?
Oh. Jesus. Yeah! Jesus Christ. Oh. No, hello. How are you? Nice to see you. Okay. You're welcome.
That was for ditching me, bish. But let's go.
They made that look pretty easy, I gotta say. For her being like stuck there for so long.
Somewhere the dead can't go.
Okay, so we're gonna take the Iron Islands. A little stronghold.
Go.
Why not? The more the merrier. Okay, so we have another reunion. We're getting a lot of those.
That motto feels like more ominous when we're talking about the White Walkers. What is dead may never die. Feels like that could be the slogan for the Night King. I know the damn Dothraki and Unsullied are miserable in this cold.
I sense that you're leading to a proposal.
A proposal is what I'm proposing.
Oh.
On the off chance that we survive the Night King, what if the Seven Kingdoms, for once in their whole shit history, were ruled by a just woman and an honorable man?
Okay, Davos.
It's a bold idea, I guess.
Estimate our influence. Jon and Daenerys don't want to listen to lonely old men.
Well, they were just sleeping with each other last episode, so maybe bring it up.
Yeah.
Our queen respects the wisdom of age.
Getting some Daenerys and Jon bonding. Taking strolls. Yeah, that's putting it lightly.
She doesn't know you.
Which makes it more confusing why she doesn't like you.
But I am her queen.
Oh.
Gotta lay down the ground. Gotta lay down the rules.
If she can't respect me,
Uh-oh. Finish what you were gonna say. Try something pretty serious.
the dragons are belly eating.
They're miserable too. They're like, what the hell is this cold ass weather? Last time we were up here, our brother died.
Yeah. Picked all of them clean.
Go on.
Oh.
Well, seeing as how we know that he's a Targaryen, she doesn't.
Now she's just ready to chance his life.
Ride a dragon?
Nobody does until they ride a dragon.
Yeah, she kind of did have to wait.
She just jumped on one day.
Then I've enjoyed your company, Jon Snow.
Well, if you die, it's been real, John. It'll be a very awkward death considering the war on the horizon.
He hasn't eaten you, so clearly he's fine with you.
Yeah, little did we know it was because he's part Targaryen. They don't got saddles or anything.
I know.
Whatever you can.
Jesus.
That's how Daenerys been doing it. Oh, Rhaegar said crash course. Let's go.
Not a dragon race. Poor Jon. You think anybody down there is like, what the heck's Jon Snow doing on the back of this dragon?
Look at them.
His cape flowing in the wind.
Look at her, like, keep up, bro.
He's a rookie.
He's a rookie on the smaller dragon.
We're doing like tactical maneuvers.
It's like Top Gun Maverick, but with dragons.
Yeah, I mean, look at this crazy stuff that Daenerys is doing with Drogon.
And she better hold tight.
And they're just following together.
Like,
oh my god. I mean, this is awesome, but I feel bad for Jon.
It's like little Aemon when he jumped on Vhagar.
Yeah.
Dragons are like, alright, we're gonna take you for a ride and see if you're worthy. Well.
Well, that was great. Now where the hell are we?
So keep your queen warm.
And all this Riz. It just feels weird because we know that they're aunt and nephew. Even and not the dragon audience.
Not Drogon staring his ass down.
It's like, oh, like what the heck is this? You kissing our mother? Are you our stepdad now? The dragon POV, like looking back at him as he's kissing her. That's wild.
Drogon staring Jon Snow the hell down.
Everybody's getting the side eye. You know, even the dragon's side eye people.
Right?
Cripples and cocksuckers. One of you.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Ooh. Oh, 2. Double reunion.
So many reunions.
You left me to die.
First I robbed you.
Just to make it worse.
Let's get the story straight. All the facts.
Friendship is back.
Oh, little bitch. Guess that's why you're still alive.
He's proud.
Thanks. So have you.
Yeah, what? Oh. You look better. Oh, okay.
The Riz isn't as good for him.
Is that a command, Lady Stark?
Uh-oh.
As you wish, milady.
Don't call me that either. That bitch, I'm not here for a personal call. I need you to make me a weapon. What?
Can you make it or not?
What do you mean?
Arya's over here drawing up weapons. Okay, I guess we're gonna try and maybe have some romantic things with them. Everybody's getting romance. Everybody's getting romance now.
Sansa, what are you reading?
Okay. Except Sansa doesn't get romance because she's rude.
Lord Glover wishes us good fortune, but he's staying in Deepwood Mont with his men.
Oh.
He said, y'all have fun over there. I'm not gonna be there though.
These Northmen will drop you like that. Always talking about loyalty, but they betray y'all fast.
Brought 2 armies home with me, 2 dragons.
And a Targaryen queen.
So
We can beat the army of the dead without her.
Yeah? Do you?
Sansa, twice. You want to worry about who holds what title? I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. Without her, we don't stand a chance.
Period.
pretty much. I mean, I don't see how they would fight without her.
Did you see those 2 dragons, Sansa, fly above you?
She doesn't like them or Daenerys for some reason.
You know I do.
Do you? Oh, news to me.
She'll be a good queen. For all of us.
Fonzie, you don't even know her. Like.
It's very weird. I don't get it.
No, she's much prettier.
Oh.
Well, yes. Kind of bent the knee because she saved his fucking life. So, she came to the rescue.
Yeah, he would have just been dead out there.
The one who saved Ser Jorah when no one else did.
Yes.
It's all coming together. You saved my simp.
When I take my throne, a great service merits a great reward.
But my father had other ideas.
Uh-oh.
About that.
Funny.
Well, new, I guess you could say.
We've seen him.
I offered to let him retain his lands and titles if he bent the knee. He refused.
Sorry I killed your dad.
Oh yeah, and your brother.
Yeah. Whoops. That conversation took a dark turn immediately.
It's a good thing your dad was trash that hated you. Oh, well, not exactly.
Well, you see. Funny thing.
Oop.
Whoop. He didn't have to die, though.
Really, neither one of them had to die, but specifically your brother.
What a vibe killer. Like, I was all nice and happy. Immediately ruined.
She heard him say his last name and was like, oh, fuck.
Well, so this is how he finds out, huh? Daenerys just awkwardly brings it up in a conversation. Oh. Not him almost getting drive
I was
by.
like, damn, he's like all distraught about to get himself killed.
He almost got T-boned by a horse and carriage.
It's time to tell John the truth.
What? No.
You're his brother. Shouldn't you tell him?
I'm not his brother.
Okay. We're still doing this, huh?
Why is now the time? Right before we're literally going to effing war together.
It seems very weird timing-wise.
Here's Samuel all distraught.
After he just found out his family was murdered by Daenerys. For not bending the knee.
Yeah, Daenerys, you could have elaborated a little bit maybe to help ease that revelation to poor Samuel.
Yeah, I don't think anybody in this universe knows what subtlety
No.
means. It's got just a lot of bluntness.
There it is.
Sam?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Sam, you know what? Get out of here, Sam. Don't do this right now. You're a mess.
She didn't tell you.
How would she know? Why would you tell him about two people like that?
It would be kind of random to just bring up, like, hey, by the way, John, I burnt the telly.
Yeah,
Charlie's.
totally. She has no idea that you two are friends.
Would you have done it?
Yeah, probably.
I've executed men who disobeyed me.
You've also spared men.
He killed a child.
Thousands of wildlings when they refused to kneel.
And they also refused to kneel, but they weren't on the opposing army.
Yeah, there should be a lot of added context,
Yeah.
I feel like. To
They
this.
also didn't just kill an entire house off that was your ally. Oh. Okay, well, see, this is why he shouldn't have done this right now.
Yeah.
Bran had whatever Bran has.
We don't even know what he is.
Does John even know he does that? No.
No, I mean, they just met again after years.
Yeah, what?
Your father. You are Aegon Targaryen, true heir to the Iron Throne.
It's gonna make things awkward, I guess, going forward.
I know it's a lot to take in.
You said he lied to me all my life.
Pretty much,
Your father.
but it was for a good cause.
Aegon Targaryen, sixth of his name, protector of the realm, all of it.
Aegon 6, baby! Yeah, I mean, it's a lot to process.
Yeah. Look, Samuel,
Okay.
you also don't know her. Ooh.
You gave up your crown to save your people. Would she do the same?
Seeing as she has all the power, right?
She has armies and dragons.
Yeah, she's not in that situation.
It's kind of tough. I imagine to take that back. Unbend the knee. Like, is that a thing? Can you unbend the knee? Like pick the knee back up. Like, why is this scene so damn dark?
Sneaking around.
It's blue.
Beric Dondarrion up here.
I mean, I guess you could sneak up on him now. He's not immortal.
It's true. If he goes down, it's over for him.
This is some of that dark cinematography I've heard all about in this last season. You can't see anything.
The infamous darkness of season 8.
It's starting already.
Give us light.
Yeah, turn on your like lightsaber sword or something. Like that. Bear has that cool ass sword that lights up like a lightsaber.
Stay back, he's got blue eyes!
I've always had blue eyes.
What an idiot. People are dumb. He's got blue eyes. He's found out that people can also naturally have blue eyes. See, he's using the flame sword. I told you it would work.
Light the way.
Nope.
Oh.
It's another one of those swirly things. What do those mean? Do they ever mean anything? It's just a symbol. Oh! What the hell? I mean, it looks a random horror movie moment.
Sansa inadvertently sending this young boy to his death.
Is it Jamie? Did he finally make it?
It is.
I knew it! I mean, I would probably keep my hood up.
Yeah, last time you were here, you caused lots of treachery, so...
Well, most people just don't like Jamie Lannister.
It's true.
Well, he made sure to roll up. He knew he was coming.
Remember him, Jamie? Remember why he's in this chair?
Yeah, he knew he was coming. That's why he was sitting there.
Shit, Jamie is shit, bitch.
How long do you think he was sitting there, though?
Well, clearly all night, because Samuel was out there with him, so...
I'm just thinking, how long do you think he was sitting there, specifically? Like, someone rolled him to that spot. It was like, eventually, this is going to be really cool and
now
really
that
dramatic.
he has his, like, wheelchair, his arms work. Do you think he wheels himself at all? Or he forces everyone else to do it?
I think he probably just makes everybody else do it.
I think he forces
I've never seen him wheel himself anywhere.
At least Mira, like, pieced out, so she's not having to wheel him too. She's like, I carried your ass. I don't need to wheel you around.
Yeah, where did she go? She just got, like, pieced out of the show.
Where are the reeds?
She just left to never be seen again.
Alright, so that was the season premiere for the final season of Game of Thrones. So we kick things off pretty much, I don't know if you can remember particularly because my fault, we're really slow at doing these. So it's been a couple years. If you remember back to the very first episode of the show, this opening kind of mirrors that with the King's arrival, that first episode, Robert Baratheon's arrival. They played the same music, and you had this little boy run around climbing trees like Bran was climbing trees in the very first episode. So it's a nice little mirror, but we see this time, obviously, it's the Queen's arrival with Jon Snow. And it's less than warm of a reception. First off, these white folks in the north are eyeing, like, the black people they're seeing, like, what the hell? What are these people of color doing up in our yard? And then we see Sansa, unprovoked. I don't know, Daenerys comes up and is complimenting her, is like thanking her for letting them in. And she's like, well, go on. Get up out of here.
It was very weird.
They go into a council. Little Lyanna Mormont is like, so what even are you anymore, Jon Snow? You're not a king, like we left you. And all the North seems upset that Daenerys is their queen. Daenerys snaps back just a little bit at Sansa. But how did you feel about that opening sequence of Daenerys and her armies coming to Winterfell?
Yeah, it was definitely interesting because it was like, I mean, it was not like the warmest reception. I was expecting at least some pushback because I don't think there's ever been any leader where there's been no pushback. Oh, maybe Cersei because they kind of just ignored that she blew up the steps. I was like, I guess we'll just roll with this one. But everybody else, there's been usually some pushback from some side as far as being the leader of wherever they're located. But yeah, as far as like the reception, I still think that's kind of just out of the blue, the stuff with Sansa and her like disdain for Daenerys, this woman that she has no relationship with or anything like that. She's like, for all, I guess it's one of those things, unfortunately, that they always hear these horror stories about this Targaryens, the Targaryen madness.
Like her father.
Or Mad King's her father.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why, but that's, I just don't understand why she's so hostile. Like it just seems weird to me why like they just made her hate Daenerys just to have conflict. That's what it felt like to me.
But then we get down to King's Landing for a little bit. Euron has arrived once more. He's brought the Golden Company, though no elephant.
Cersei was very upset.
Cersei, she gives this like boss-ass bitch line of like, if you want a whore, buy her. If you want a queen, earn her. And then 5 seconds later, it's like, well, actually, come on back.
Yeah, that quote doesn't really resonate as much when you just, reconsider.
So she sleeps with Euron Greyjoy. Woo! And she seems to get the wheels turning in her head a little bit when he's like, oh, I want to put a prince on your belly.
Gross.
Like, Wow, as she drinks wine. We just talked about her not doing it last episode because she's pregnant. But this episode, no biggie. Back to the wine. She can't give it up for that long. 9 months is too much to abstain from the wine.
Tragic.
So we didn't get all that much of her, but how'd you feel about Cersei and Euron and King's Landing stuff?
I don't know. I mean, I just feel like it's so pointless most of the time, because it's just Cersei just sitting around doing nothing. I feel like she's not doing anything really. She's just kind of dictating and having this weird dynamic with Euron because Euron's like whole goal and literally everything he does is to sleep with her. Like that's like always been his goal. I mean, that's very obviously always been his goal. So I mean, he got what he wanted. So I don't know what more he really wants.
His character arc has concluded.
Yeah, I mean, Cersei as a character, as much as we hate her as a character, because she's a bad person, like a horrible person. She usually at least was interesting to follow, and I feel like at least starting in season 7, ever since she blew up the steps, she's just not been as interesting of a character. She's kind of been there, and I just don't find her as compelling anymore because she's not given as much scenery to chew on because she's literally just sitting in her castle and lying or lying to people or deceiving people in one way or another. If it's not Jaime, it's Euron.
That's true.
If it's not them, it's Tyrion and that Jon Snow and all them.
Well, speaking on them, she did send Qyburn to hire Bronn to go assassinate Tyrion and Jaime. So there's that too. If they survive the fight against the dead, Bronn's gonna try to kill him.
But at the same time, why would you even bother doing that when you had the opportunity to just have the Mountain kill Jaime when
Tyrion?
He was standing right there. Well, yeah, there's been many times you could just kill Tyrion.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, as far as the Jaime thing, why not just kill him then and there? Otherwise, instead you let him go to them, and then you send an assassin to kill him. Okay.
Yeah, Jaime's is particularly confusing because at least she knows if she had killed Tyrion, his queen was right outside with the dragon, so there probably would have been a retaliation.
Well, so I mean, nobody cares about Jaime besides Brienne
and Cersei herself. That's it.
Well,
the only
but she's the one.
Cares.
But she's the one that would be telling, kill Jaime.
Fun Cersei logic.
My brain hurts. I just don't see the point other than it just gives Bronn something to do for once.
They're like, oh, we gotta get you.
Bronn
in
hasn't
there,
done. When was the last time Bronn actually had like something to do, plot thread wise?
Yeah.
Well, he saved Jaime last season, but I just mean like I can't think of.
Could have done that.
But I can't think of like a plot like a plot necessity reason for Bronn to be around, which is why usually he isn't. But
he just pops up sporadically. We got to give him a mission, and then we'll see him soon.
I think he's a character that should have probably died like seasons ago, but they just liked the character so much, so they just didn't.
Yeah,
because he's like I assume he was a fan favorite. He's a very fun character. It hurts to think.
Well, then we have Yara. Finally see her for the first time in a while, and she's held captive. Euron hasn't killed her, and like you said, this is not too difficult.
It didn't seem that difficult.
Theon and his little gang rescue Yara. Woo! So she gets a headbutt in, because he did kind of just leave her and jump off the side of the boat. But then gets back and it's like, all right, let's go. So she says, Euron's out here. He's got all his army out here. Let's go take back the Iron Islands. It's not protected. Plus, if Daenerys needs a place to retreat to, she'll have the Iron Islands since we rule them and the dead can't get to them. And Theon is like, all right, well, you go. I need to go make amends, basically. I need to go fight to protect Winterfell since I'm the reason it fell in the first place.
Righting all of his wrongs.
Righting all his
over the
wrongs.
course of the show.
So Yara is headed back to the Iron Islands with the fleet, and Theon is headed back up north to join the fight against the Night King. How'd you feel about our little Greyjoy reunion?
I mean, it was nice. It was cool that I still thought it was very easy. I was like they made such like a huge deal about all that stuff. I guess Euron not being there made them very weak as a fleet because we saw what he was capable of when Euron was there. Yeah. And then him not being there, and they just mowed through these people. But it was nice to see that they reunited. She didn't die, of course, unlike Ilaria Sand, who's definitely probably dead by now. Theon has made quite a lot of mistakes over the course of the series, so I guess it is only just that he continues to try and right all of his wrongs as best as he can. So good on him if he's going to fight the big fight with everybody else. I don't know if one more person will really contribute that much, but just from a moral standpoint, I'm glad that he's gonna help out with everything else. Although seems like that could be quite a feat considering what's probably on the horizon with the army that Night King's bringing with a zombie dragon.
Which Bran so abruptly told Daenerys.
Straight up, just like, hey, I know this is all fun and all. I'm gonna kill the vibe real quick. Your dragon that died is now back, and it's evil. They used it to tear down the wall very conveniently, and they're coming to kill us. Subtlety, and then also go tell him that Jon that he's a Targaryen.
I was gonna say, and then he kind of contradicts that in the end of the episode with his decision. So it's just Bran just as a fun contradiction of a character this time.
I feel like he's very much not a character. He's kind of just like a beacon of knowledge at this point. He just says things that people need to know, and that's kind of it. Jesus.
Well, before we get to that, we get the How to Train Your Dragon Game of Thrones edition, and Daenerys gets word that her dragons are not eating because they don't like it up here in this cold north.
That's understandable.
They're like, bitch, get us back over to Marine or something. This is too much. We are reptiles, ma'am. We need warmth. So, they're not eating. Perfect time to ride, I guess. I don't know. I'm like, maybe save their energy, Daenerys, if they're not eating.
Get that blood pumping.
So she hops on Drogon and is like, hey, yo, Jon, why don't you try it out? If you die, it was fun knowing you. If not, you've proven yourself.
Just very conveniently that he's a Targaryen, so that it works out well for him.
And also, it doesn't really, ping a bell in her brain, it doesn't seem, that this man that she thinks is the Stark can just hop on a dragon and be just fine? Does she not
I
know
guess-
that that's a Targaryen exclusive trait?
I guess she doesn't know because her entire family is dead. So
Yeah, I guess maybe
because I mean we know that obviously being fans, but also
Yeah.
they kind of made that very well known. I felt like in House of the Dragon,
Yeah, that is.
and that's why they keep their bloodlines pure and don't let other people ride the dragons because it's their thing.
I suppose
She's been like bareback riding these dragons for 8 seasons.
She very clearly did not see illustrations of her ancestors with these nice, elaborate like saddles and armor and all that. No, she's just jumping on and grabbing whatever she can.
That was how she taught herself.
And that's what she told John too. Grab what you can and let's roll, bruh.
Hope for the best. Hopefully you live.
So they have their little moment. She seems very happy, very impressed. They get to this waterfall and she's like, we could just stay here actually. Like, let's not go back.
Screw everybody else.
You know what? That whole saving the world thing, I'm not sure. Let's just me and you run away right now. But Drogon did not approve. He was staring John down.
They both were, really.
Yeah, Rhaegal's like, look, I might have, we might have a connection, me and you, John, but hold on, that's still my mom.
Yeah.
Now, let's not get too crazy.
Just like any child being very skeptical about their mom's new boyfriend.
So they have their little discussion as well over Sansa, and then John has his own little discussion with Sansa, who just kind of reiterates the fact that she doesn't like Daenerys for some reason. She's like, did you do this because you love her? And it's like, well, I mean, you kind of did it because, yeah, she saved his life for the mission. She, like, risked her own and her dragon to save him.
John has quite the wild love life, no pun intended, between the actual wildling and Daenerys. He knows how to pick his women.
Yes. So how'd you feel about the little dragon sequence and then the whole politics that John is stuck in the middle of? Oh, Arya too. She also has that meeting with John and is like, Sansa's the smartest person I know and she doesn't trust your queen yet, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, the actual scene itself of them flying the dragons around, I mean, it was awesome. I mean, it was cool. Yeah. I can't deny that. I just think it's kind of amusing that, he's a Targaryen now and we just kind of... I mean, eventually, obviously, we're going to see, I imagine, down the road how Daenerys feels about that. I feel like that could be a very big conflict, even though he doesn't seem to want to be the king. But we'll see. It is awkward, but it's like it's the usual Game of Thrones where it's a romance between relatives. But I mean, I do think that they have good chemistry, and I don't mind their relationship really at all, even before. Or after, I guess, the reveal that they're nephew and aunt. But, yeah, we'll see how it goes, especially with all the different wrinkles thrown into everything. Because there's already so much conflict, even just with this episode. Just the hostility between Sansa hates Daenerys. Arya's kind of like, I wouldn't even know if that's just to say she picks sides. Yeah. She's kind of just vibing, seeing where it goes. I'm nervous for the conflicts ahead just because of that whole, fact he's a Targaryen. Yeah. And Daenerys, I mean, what are you going to tell her? The person with the giant armies that's going to save the day, she's the queen. Actually, never mind, we want him to be king, or we're going to say step aside, let Jon be it, or how's that going to go? Because it's like, he's kind of becoming like the stepdad of her dragons.
Then we get Arya reuniting quickly with the Hound, just to be like, hey, you're still alive.
We lived.
We both lived somehow.
Both of us got wrecked in the past and shouldn't be alive, probably.
Both of us should be dead, just by logic, but we're here.
They both were destroyed on the mend. Were recuperated by very nice people who were brutally murdered in the process.
They had the exact same path.
Because Ian McShane helped the Hound and he got hung. And then I forget that actress. That actress healed up Arya and then she got like bent over backwards in a chair.
Yeah, like horrifically by the damn waif. She reconnects with Gendry, who awkwardly tells her how good she looks these days. She's like, okay, cool, well, here's my weapon design, thank you. I need this. And he's like, what do you need this for? I don't know, we're about to go to war, bro.
It's a weapon. What do you think I need it for?
Do you know why you're here and making all of these dragon glass weapons?
It's literally your job.
So then he calls her Milady. Nice little callback to them as well. Before she's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go. Bye. So we've got lots of flirtation, either sleeping with each other like Cersei and Euron. We got Jon and Daenerys, and then finally we see a little spark at least trying to find its way. With
I guess.
Gendry and Arya.
I guess for me though, like Arya as a character, she just never seems like a character to me that would like have like romance.
And she's like,
she's like a cold-blooded assassin. Like,
if there was an asexual character in Game of Thrones, it feels like it would be Arya.
Varys.
Or yeah, Varys is another. Yeah, he's definitely.
Not just because he doesn't have balls.
And it's not like, and it's, yeah, because we, like, Brienne is still a warrior woman, but she's very clearly shown signs of, like, love for men throughout her arc. And like you said, it's just Sansa now. She's the only one. It's just roaming around acting rude to everyone, so no love interest for you, man.
Yeah, I mean, she's had such a rough go of it, so I don't really, I'm okay with her not really having any sort of romantic anything, because she's got it rough.
Well, she did reunite with Tyrion this episode and read him to filth.
Well, I mean, honestly, as frustrating as Sansa is, that felt justified, because Tyrion for the last season and a half or so has been ingesting too many stupid pills.
She just was like, Cersei told you she's coming to fight for you, and you believed her?
The woman that hates you and wants to murder you pretty much all the time.
She said, damn, I used to think you were the smartest person on this planet, but okay, not anymore. I don't know if I was wrong. No, Sansa, you weren't wrong. When you knew him, when you were married to him, he was the cleverest person in this show.
Things changed, sadly.
But we don't know what happened with Tyrion. But him, Varys, and Sir Davos get together. Nice little trio.
Yeah,
I didn't know I wanted, but now that I have it, I'm like, yes.
Yeah, it took till season 8.
But Davos is kind of like spinning the wheel, and it's like, hey, yo, what if we marry these two people? It will unite Daenerys and her forces and her people in the south with the north in an actual union. Tyrion's like, okay.
Would it be like one of those cool Targaryen weddings that we saw in House of the Dragon?
Yeah, like this amazing wedding.
Like the secret wedding that Daemon and Rhaenyra did?
Yeah, let's just go. Look, they should have just eloped underneath that damn waterfall today when the dragons took them to the waterfall. Bran could have seen it and we all could have been good. But Varys seems hesitant.
It seems like everybody's all of a sudden hating Daenerys. Like, oh, well, she's here now and Jon bent the knee. Now I don't like her.
Yeah, I don't really know why Varys was just not willing to even entertain Tyrion and Davos's ideas, even though they're both advisors as well. And then finally, we get Daenerys meeting Samwell for the first time.
That was awkward. It started out nice.
Started out real cute. She came to thank him for saving Jorah's life, which is lovely. And he's like, yeah, can I get a pardon? And they're like, uh-oh, what the hell did this boy do? And he's like, for stealing some books and my dad's sword. And Daenerys just like laughs at him.
Like of all the things you could ask for.
She's like, yeah, bro, you're pardoned.
Like of all the things you could ask for, that's what that's such a Samwell thing.
And then he reveals what his last name is to her, and you see her face instantly be like, oh, fuck.
Funny, you should mention your father and brother.
Did your father happen to be Randall Tarley? Well, I kind of roasted that ass last season.
Super awkward.
He's like, oh, okay, well, I guess it'll be in good hands now that my brother's gonna be Lord.
Just another needle drop, like, wah, wah.
Well, he stood with your father to get roasted. Like you said, we could have used a little more finesse, Daenerys.
So ease into it, yeah.
We could have explained things, let him know. I was going to send him to the wall, and your father refused. And we tried to get your brother to step away and let your father do it alone. They both refused and wanted to die, so they got their wish.
You just need to add context.
Obviously, Samwell is shook. He runs out the door, almost gets his ass ran over. And like we said, this is where Bran goes, like, for being someone who's like, none of this matters, let's get down to business. He's like, well, actually, I want to start some drama. I'm a little bored tonight, so let's shake things up, Samuel. I know that you're mad and you're upset, and obviously right now you're upset directly with Daenerys, one of the two people this will affect. But now's the time to go ahead and tell Jon about his parenting.
Ridiculous.
So he does. He goes down there. This is also his reuniting with Jon. He hasn't
So
seen
many
Jon.
reuniting
And
things today.
the reunion is literally him being like, once again, kind of abruptly, just like, no, stop asking about Gilly and Little Sam and all that. Your mom is Lyanna Stark and your dad is Rhaegar Targaryen. They got married. You're actually a Targaryen and technically the true heir to the Iron Throne. Which Jon is like, what the fuck? Like, hold up. My dad, Ned Stark, it was like not a liar. What are you talking about, Samwell? And Samwell decides to push the issue not of just like, you should be king. He starts talking about Daenerys and he's like, oh my God, she killed my father and my brother. Why did she not tell you? Like, bitch, she don't know that you're friends. Like, why would you tell him?
Yeah, I just killed these random people.
And then, would you do it? Well, I think Jon would have done it, yes, actually.
He's killed people.
He said, he killed a literal child for betraying him. And then he's trying to talk about, oh, you spared the wildlings. Yeah, well, the wildlings weren't part of an opposing army, Samwell. They didn't literally kill the Tyrells off that were an allied force right before doing so. But, go off, I guess. Context once more. These situations are nothing alike, Samuel. And Rob did do all of these things. Unfortunately, got him killed. I mean, he did it in a much more stupid way.
He was. I mean, as much as I liked Rob, he was not very wise with his decision making.
So we get that big needle drop before we're going to war together on the same side against the undead. That was the best time, I suppose. So how did you feel about everything with Daenerys and Jon and the line of secession and Samwell?
Well, I mean, it's pretty wild that we're gonna do that right before, like you said, right before a big catastrophic war on the horizon. Just, you would think you'd want to have all your focus on the war, not like the succession line. And you're also, turns out that woman you've been seeing that you love so much is your aunt, and she wants the throne, but it's actually yours technically through succession. Good luck. Hopefully you live. If you don't live, I guess it won't matter. But if you do live, you're gonna have to deal with that with your aunt. And
it also comes down to a very House of the Dragon style succession, because she's like sister to Rhaegar, so she's like the older one. You would think should probably be next in line still, but since he's a child, the boy child, he now succeeds her because he's a male heir.
Yeah. It's because he's Aegon.
He's another Aegon.
He's
Aegon,
the
sixth of
it's always the Aegons, man. Apparently, the sixth one.
Lord.
So we're seeing the Aegon 2 in House of the Dragon. Yeah. So, and he's Aegon 6.
Well, then we get one more look at that swirly bit that the Night King likes to put up.
What do those mean? I don't what is it? Just like a calling card?
I'm here, bitch.
Like, does it mean something? Like, I don't get it. Like, we keep seeing the spirally thing, and like they don't ever explain saying something with this. Is it like Batman with the bat signal? Like,
little Umber is dead, and the Umbers are gone. So that little house they were trying to get is gone. The Glovers also, we heard, they were like, you know what, peace out, y'all have fun. Because why? They want to talk about that North loyalty all the time, but they turn their backs on people in an instant. It don't matter if they're from the North, the South.
They suck.
They turn their backs on you quickly.
Turncoats.
And then finally, we see Jaime arriving in Winterfell.
Bran was there because he knew.
And Bran was ready for that ass. He's like, remember me, bitch? You remember pushing me out the window?
Surprise. I'm gonna be the first thing you see when you turn around.
But also, Jaime arrived solo. So we'll see how that goes over as well, because he was supposed to arrive with an army.
Yeah, that's awkward. I also just think it's funny that over the years, something I noticed, I never brought up, I've noticed that Jaime Lannister has become less and less blonde.
They stopped dyeing the hair so much.
Because now he's straight up just dark brown hair with a gray beard. It's like you see, if you look at Jaime from season 1 to now, it's all of the life has been drained out of his body. and his hair.
The Cersei Lannister effect.
That's what 8 seasons of Cersei Lannister will do to you. It'll
Sucks
just...
the life out of you. Well, I guess that nice little cliffhanger of Jaime arriving solo to Bran will lead us into some predictions. Now that we've got the lay of the land, where we're starting off this season 8.
Well, you know the war's coming. Like, I could just predict the war. There's a war coming.
So a war.
I feel like it's probably going to be pretty awkward when Jon mentions that we're related and I'm actually technically above you in the line. Maybe we should work something out here. Maybe. If we live. Maybe Cersei will get her elephants. She really wants those damn elephants, I guess, for some reason. I don't know what usage. I mean, would it really be that big of a deal?
Like, in her head, does she think elephants are like equivalent to dragons? I don't know. I don't understand.
The elephant will die immediately. If it was
Well,
a
what are we
person
doing?
dragon. If anything, the dragons are probably better off eating them. They need
And
to
they'll
eat.
be happy. They'll be like, oh, good.
Giant
a
elephant.
big source of food, finally.
That's what I want to see. Like we saw seasons ago when Drogon swooped in and grabbed that sheep. I want to see that, but with an elephant.
All right. Well, then, who were your favorite and least favorite characters this episode?
Favorite characters? I mean, Jon and Daenerys were fun. There weren't really like a lot like great characters in this episode as far as like it was just a whole lot of reunions. It was just like a reunions episode. So there weren't really like too many characters I would say I disliked. The only characters I could really dislike from this episode would be Euron, because Euron's horrible and gross, and I hate him, and I want him dead every episode. And Cersei and Qyburn.
Qyburn catching strays.
He's just so weird. I've never liked him. I would say otherwise, pretty much every other character I liked. The episode. Bran's just kind of weird. I don't dislike Bran.
Bran sits on that little. If he says one wrong thing, he might fall into the bottom.
Everybody else I really could put in the other side, on one side, the like category. But the only ones I know I for sure don't like are like Euron and Cersei and Qyburn. Like everybody else, Littlefinger's dead.
That's true.
Littlefinger's dead. So I can't use him anymore.
But that was our reaction, our first ever, and probably last ever, because we only have 5 episodes left, in-person reaction for Game of Thrones. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel so that you are always up to date on all of our latest videos, including our final reactions for this last season of Game of Thrones. Tyler, do you want to let people know where they can find you?
Yeah, well, if you search up my name on YouTube, you'll see my channel, Tyler Calvert, and then also on Twitter and Instagram and Threads. We have Threads now. We'll see how long it lasts. It's Tyler Calvert.
Perfect. And make sure to leave your thoughts and opinions down below. How did you feel about this episode being our season premiere for Season 8? Let us know either in the comment section down below, or you can hit both of us up on a bunch of different social media platforms.
Maybe Threads. He doesn't have a Threads yet, but he might by the time this drops.
Maybe.
By the time this drops, he might have one.
Alright, well, I love you all so much for your continued support. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.